hey, good morning to you. Today's a beautiful day, and today's really kind of like any other day, except for we always have some sort of just crazy, scary thing coming in the media. And I want to remind you, I've said this many times in videos, and I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but a lot of it has to do with a desire to raise up ratings through control of fear. It's just a fact. If there's a snowstorm coming, then everybody tunes into the weather more than they do if there's not a snowstorm coming. So generally speaking, in the news, if it's not sexy or it's not scary, they're not going to talk about it. And ultimately what we're seeing now is we're seeing the next potential pandemic arrive at our shores. So what are we getting at? Now, before I get into this, I do want to take a moment and thank our sponsor, Victory Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Kansas City, Kansas, for not just supporting our channel, but being the hands and feet of Jesus Christ. As well as we have now partnered with them, and we're giving away a free tracker fishing boat with a brand new Mercury engine and a brand new trailer. All you have to do is call the number below, sign up for a virtual test drive in the future, and they'll enter you to win this brand new boat. That is it. That number is below. So what am I getting at here? Well, ultimately what we have is, I've learned a lot since the last pandemic. I'm sure you all have. Like, we've all learned quite a bit. For me, if for some reason COVID came around again, or a different, obviously it's still around, it never left, but if it came around in a different strain, let's say there was this whole new COVID thing coming, COVID 25 or something like that coming. Well, I already have ivermectin on hand through Jace. Like, I'm not gonna even really go to the doctor. I have no need. Like, it's kind of like, well, I have a headache, so I'm gonna go take some aspirin. That's kind of where I am with COVID. If it comes, I'm just gonna take some ivermectin if it gets bad. If not, I'm not gonna do anything at all. But I have ivermectin on hand because you can get that through Jace. I also have emergency antibiotics on hand. Now what they're talking about is this bird flu. I mean, it actually has my family scared again. I haven't seen my family scared about a pandemic in a while, but, and of course, it's easy to settle their hearts and minds if you say, well, if the bird flu comes around, here's what we're gonna do about it. And then they say, oh, okay, I'm not worried anymore. And what we're gonna do about it is we've added a Soltimavir. It's the antiviral treatment of choice. If you end up with some sort of bird flu, or really any flu, you need a Soltimavir. And you can now add that on to your Jace case. In addition, Jace is now offering for the entire summer $20 off. So I'm gonna put the link below. You gotta go through that link, there's a coupon code, but it's gonna give you 20 bucks off. Get the Jace case of emergency antibiotics. Anything that you get bit by a snake, you get cut, you get an eye infection, you get a urinary tract infection, just whatever happens to you along your path in life, you don't need to go to the doctor. You have it on hand. COVID come around, you got ivermectin on hand. Bird flu come around, you got a Soltimavir on hand. These are the things that you need to have on hand, because what it does is it makes you not, when the rest of the world's like, oh my God, bird flu is coming, bird flu, bird flu. You just sit there and you think to yourself, okay, like, it's kind of like if I get a headache, I'm gonna take an aspirin. That's how, like, I don't even need to go to the doctor, because technically I've already been to the doctor, because all of Jace medications goes through a US doctor from a US pharmacy. I'm their patient, literally, and they have sent me all these things that now, in case of an emergency, I have them on hand. So don't let the bird flu panic you. Just don't. They're trying to panic you. Just know that's what they're trying to do. So don't let it get to you. And in addition to that, I just want to add that I just had a heart procedure, and right now I'm on 13 different medications. Ouch. Some of which I've actually already stopped because they're making me nauseous. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And I'll have conversations with my doctor and whatnot. But some of these I'm going to be on for the rest of my life, and potentially. And what that means is that it's nice to have an emergency supply of that, a year's supply. So your chronic meds now, not only can you get, some emergency meds, you can get your chronic meds as well, in case something happens, like we've seen a million times, where your pharmacy gets hacked, or your insurance company gets hacked, or supply chains go down, or whatever the case may be. You have an emergency supply of your chronic meds on hand. You can get that through Jace. All this stuff, 20 bucks off, man. Check it out. Don't let the bird flu scare you. Don't let them scare you. If your family's scared, say, well, hey, don't worry. Here's what we're going to do about it. It's as simple as that, and be done with this. Any thoughts or insight on any of that, definitely put that below. Again, don't forget to call and enter to win that free fishing boat. That number is below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.